One. Welcome to today's group training. Hope everyone's having the best day of their entire life. I'm super excited about today's training because it's ADHD specific. We're going to be talking about the Solve It grid. This is something that actually a client showed me a while back, and I've been, doing a lot of research on it lately, and just really diving deep into this whole Solve It grid. This doctor created a while ago who specialized in ADHD. And it really resonated with me, and I think you guys are going to get a lot of value from this training. So, people with ADHD see the world through their emotions. Now, think about this. Our brains are wired to detect even mild levels of stimulation. It doesn't matter if the stimulation is positive or negative. Something gets our attention and we respond. We experience negative emotional stimulation, and when the we experience negative emotional stimulation, like when the electric bill we avoided paying gets overdue, and we experience positive emotional stimulation when we look forward to going out with friends or some task through some other positive emotional stimulation that we were looking forward to do. So, not me specifically. This doctor came up with this Solve It grid, and his idea is that we see each emotional stimulation through one of these colors. So the red emotional stimulation is the red box, is made up of not fun, not emotional stimulating activities. How can something be not fun and get my emotional attention? Well, we may wander until we realize that we use the red box to finish many of our tasks. Procrastination, our favorite practice of delaying a task until it requires immediate attention. You guys know that back in school when we had homework and shit, I don't know if this resonates with you, but I would wait until the very last minute. I would do my homework on the bus on the way to school. Like, that's how last minute. And I just kind of worked well under pressure. Maybe I didn't. I just kind of was like waited for the last minute, and then I just did it all. That's a red box. Things like homework, things that you need to do, that you're procrastinating. So that's the red box, okay? Delaying a task until it requires immediate attention is an example of using the red box. The red preys on our anxiety, and it causes us to want to respond quickly. It is an addictive resource, an intensive place where we feel a sense of accomplishment. So even though it might cause a lot of anxiety and procrastination and maybe even negative self-talk, but when that time comes and that window of opportunity is about to close and we have that deadline, right at that moment, it's like we can use that emotional stimulation to get a lot of shit done. Okay? The next thing is the yellow box. The yellow box is made up of not fun, not emotional stimulating. Our immediate response to yellow tasks are yuck. The yellow tasks are made up of items that we find distasteful or boring. They are things that we do not look like. There are things that we do not like as a grown-up, such as household lodging, sales, calls at the end of the week, balancing our checkbooks, doing our taxes. We know the items in the yellow box are difficult. They just don't have our interests. Like I hate doing my taxes. I hate dealing with bills, and I'll pay someone else to do that. That's how bad I don't want to play with that stuff. All right. So that's the yellow box. The blue box, guys, is fun but not emotionally stimulating, okay? This can be seductive, hypnotic. When we want to distract ourselves from the work of yellow and red boxes, we turn to blue. We tell ourselves that we will check Facebook for just a moment, and then we realize 2 hours have gone by of scrolling. Just like the other boxes, the blue box activities are different for each person. But the danger is the same, that they mirror of wasting time and avoiding what we really need to do. So the blue box is could be some self-sabotage. It could be like scrolling, something mindless that we do. Yeah, so the blue box is fun, but not necessarily stimulating us in a way that was really satisfying. But the danger, okay, just reading through this. To be clear, the blue blocks isn't bad necessarily, but the amount of time we spend in it often can be bad. So it's not necessarily bad to go to Facebook or necessarily bad to scroll on social media sometimes, but with ADHD we get stuck doing that, and it's like our hours have gone by and we've wasted part of our day. So let me know if that resonates with you, because definitely it has with me. Just to clarify, guys, the red and the yellow boxes, are like things that we kind of need to do, but we don't really want to do. They're not that fun. Okay, the red and yellow box are not that fun. The green and blue boxes can be fun, and the green is going to be an important one that we're going to be talking about implementing into our program. But let's finish Let's finish the whole discussion about the blue box. The blue box can be useful because it gives our busy brains a rest and allows for a type of quiet, play. The Goldilocks rule applies to the blue box. Too little of blue makes us anxious for play. Too much of blue makes us sluggish and resistant to accomplishing some of the red and yellow tasks. Instead, look for just the right amount of time. This is the struggle with the blue boxes. We could just waste our day. So guys, let me know if this is making sense. Comment if you guys have any questions so far. I want to make sure I'm explaining this clear and concise and you guys are getting it. But the red and yellow box are, the red box can be emotionally stimulating because it's like we're getting that gratification of being proud because we got something done, but it's not fun. And the yellow box can be fun, but it's not emotionally stimulating. So as you can see how this box here works, on the left side, not fun, red and yellow. Emotionally stimulating, red and green. Fun, green and blue. Not emotionally stimulating, yellow and blue. So I want us to really study each of these boxes, and so we can fully understand when these tasks are showing up throughout our day. Yep, for sure. And with the blue box, it might not necessarily be an issue until it's an issue, like until we're spending too much time there. That's when it becomes an issue. Like we can play around in the blue box, but it becomes an issue when we're spending too much time in the blue box. Okay. So look for the right amount of time for the blue box. That's why I want to start talking about intention timers, and I might do this on a next training. But I've talked about this in previous ADHD trainings. Is when we set intention timers. A 20-minute timer for us to do a blue activity. We set a timer, give ourselves 20 minutes to scroll on TikTok. When that timer goes up, we're going to go to a different box, okay? And then we can set another timer. We know we need to get shit done, but we also want to, refuel and regulate our dopamine. So it's okay to do a little bit of blue box, but it's not okay to be there for hours and hours, okay? The green box. This is going to be the game changer for a lot of you. The green box is our ideal state. This is fun. It's emotionally stimulating. It seems like paradise at first. This is how we refill our cup. This is how we refuel our emotional intelligence and regulate our dopamine by doing more green activities, things that we really enjoy doing. For me, it's like spitting bars to myself, battle rapping. I really enjoy maybe listening to some music and really just like jamming out. Like the green box is emotionally stimulating and it's fun, okay? And remember, the blue box is fun, but it's not emotionally stimulating, okay? That's the big difference between the green and the blue box. The green box, it can seem like we're having the best time of our life when we're in the green box. The green box gives us space to build relationships, reflect on personal growth, be creative, and just enjoy our lives. It often refocuses our purpose and goals and reminds us of what is really important. The green box has transformative effects on our lives. These activities could include spending time with family, friends, going on a walk on a beautiful day, seeing artwork, or watching the sunset. And the green box, everybody's going to have different green box activity. If you like watching the sunset and going on a walk, like I might not like that. I might want to go watch a movie. So You guys have to understand what you enjoy, and you guys have to really, be a little bit self-aware here when you're doing things, and understand, ask yourself, is this emotionally stimulating and fun? Is this not emotionally stimulating, but it's fun? Is this not fun, but it is emotionally stimulating? Like, I want you guys to really, when you're doing things, because each one of these things can show up differently for each individual. Like, some ADHD people might think of doing their taxes as being in the green box, but that's probably in the rarity. But I'm just saying everybody's a little different. I just want to be clear on that. Um, we know we experience, okay, transformative effects. The activities could include spending time with family, yada, yada. We know we experience green when we feel deeply refreshed, more hopeful, and more our true selves, our true authentic selves show up when we're doing green activities. We want to be we want to be good at green. We want to be good at green time. We should be doing green time frequently. And yet most of us aren't. We want to be good at green time, and yet most of us aren't. We often feel as if we don't deserve it or don't want to take the time to invest in it. And that's, another problem with maybe a self-worth issue. But now that we've been in the program working on our self-worth, I think it's a good idea to do more green activities, because because it's inevitable that we're going to be doing blue activities, because we have ADHD. We're going to fucking scroll on TikTok. We're going to be doing blue shit. It's inevitable that we're going to have to do yellow shit. It's shit that we have to do, whether balancing your checkbook, going to work, doing a tedious task. Yellow activities we're inevitably going to have to do, and same with red activities. We're inevitably going to have an assignment due or quota work. We have to do red, yellow, and blue. These are like going to be happening throughout the day, throughout the week. The green activities, I feel, the ones that we enjoy the most, those are the ones that we kind of like tell ourselves, we don't have to do this, and like they might fall under the carpet and we just neglect all green activities. But I'm here to tell you that we are going to be doing more green activities to help regulate our dopamine. Adults with ADHD have a peculiar relationship with time, often investing frivolously or ineffectively. To Many of us feel anxiety or guilt or self-loathing when we think about how we use our time throughout the day, resulting in more wasted energy and more wasted time. Routine tasks like laundry, paying the bills might frustrate us. When we look at those who don't have ADHD, we wonder why our ordinary tasks are so difficult to accomplish. And that gave me the goosebumps, because I really resonate with that. Sometimes ordinary, basic ass shit can be like pulling teeth. And becoming more self-aware of this and understanding where those tasks lie on the grid can really help us show up better and show up just more self-aware. We see our world in very predictable ways. We divide our tasks into two categories: fun and not fun. The ADHD brain searches the horizon for the interesting, shiny, curious, remarkable, and exciting, and we call it all fun. We are captivated by fun. It affects our levels of drive and motivation, okay? So I want to get out of this for a second. So this is the one that I made. That was what the doctor made. This is the one that I made. So the red is not fun, but it needs to be done. It's stimulating, but it's not fun. The green, fun and gives us energy. The blue, fun, but it takes away from our energy. And the yellow is mundane and boring, okay? The ADHD solve it grid categorizes our tasks based on two dimensions: fun versus not fun, and emotionally stimulating versus not emotionally stimulating. Here's a quick breakdown. The red, not fun, emotionally stimulating, last-minute task driven by anxiety. Yellow, not fun, not emotionally stimulating, routine chores. Blue, fun, not emotionally stimulating, mindless scrolling on social media. And green, fun, emotionally stimulating, activities that refresh and inspire us. Okay? So I guess I kind of screwed up editing this one a little bit, but I'm trying my best. That got cut off at the end right there, but I will fix that and I will send this out to everybody. And the last thing I wanted to go over here just getting a little bit deeper into what I was talking about, guys. I want us to start implementing green activities, and anybody who's up for it, the daily habits we got going. A few of you have already started, but I'm gonna start adding green activities into our habits so we can intentionally start to do these things. Because a lot of people with ADHD were grind, 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 and then we're just doing yellow, red, and blue activities, yellow, red, and blue activities throughout the day while following the program. But I feel like it's going to really, really benefit us for us to intentionally add in green activities. I want you to ask yourself, what's going to fill my cup? What will I really enjoy doing that I can just do for maybe 20 to 30 minutes, maybe even a little bit longer, just to feel good, just to feel good about being a human, just to feel good about being me, and just to enjoy being me. Let me know if this makes sense, guys. If you watch on the live, you watch on the replay, I hope this is making sense. I want you guys to understand the grid. The ADHD Solve It grid categorizes our tasks based into 2 dimensions, fun and not fun, emotionally stimulating versus not emotionally stimulating. The quick breakdown, I've already went over it. You guys, I want you guys to, I feel like the ADHD brain, that's why I repeat myself so many times. I feel like we need to be told things 7 times. This is what I was taught by one of my coaches. We need to be told something 7 times for it to be embedded into our conscious. So the red box, not fun, emotionally stimulating. Last minute tasks. Yellow box, not fun, yellow box, not fun, not emotionally stimulating. Blue box is fun, but not emotionally stimulating. The green box is fun and emotionally stimulating. So we should be doing more of the green box. Why focus on green activities? For those of us with ADHD, it's easy to get stuck in the red and yellow zones, leading to burnout and frustration. We want to avoid that inside this fitness program. And a feeling of being stuck in a cycle of stress and boredom, blue might often offer a temporary escape, but it doesn't replenish our mental energy. Green activities are where we truly thrive. The fun, engaging, emotional, fulfilling, these are the moments that make us feel alive, connected, and capable of handling life's challenges, yet we often neglect these because we feel guilty or unworthy of taking the time on ourselves. But I feel like a lot of you guys who've been putting the work in the program have built up self-worth, have built up more confidence in self, that you might be a little bit more comfortable scheduling in some green activities in your day. And I know you guys are busy. I have you guys doing a bunch of shit, mobility, we're doing cardio, workouts. I'm okay with us skimming back a little bit of that. We can maybe stop doing mobility or cardio a little bit. And I'd like us to do more green activities. They're not going to be workouts. It's not going to be mobility. It's not going to be cardio. It's going to be something that you really, really love to do, and it really makes you feel alive. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. And Kevin, I'm going to be adding some green activities for you to execute on your daily habits. And if you're feeling a little overwhelmed by that, it's okay. We can talk about removing maybe a little bit of cardio. We can talk about removing some mobility for a little bit. But I think doing some green activities is really going to help us mentally, to prevent burnout, and to just for us to actually really utilize what we've built so far. People who are about 3 months into the program, like, you've built a better version of yourself. Now let's enjoy that and do things that we really enjoy, that we really love, that fills our cup. You're gonna thank me later if I force you guys to do more green activities. Implementing more green activities is going to help regulate our emotions, manage our burnout, and boost our overall well-being. We're going to start integrating more green activities into our daily routine. Here's how, okay? Step 1, identify your green activities. Everyone's are different. Crap, my foot's falling asleep. Okay, step 1 is identify your green activities. Hell yeah. So I want you guys to think about what your green activities are going to be. For me, I'm going to take a little bit out of the day. I'm going to write some lyrics. I'm going to spit some bars. I might watch an old battle rap of mine. I might watch an old battle rap of mine. To me, it's going to be like music stuff. I feel like music, and especially like lyricism and like old school hip hop and like battle rap, like that stuff. It makes me feel alive. I love it. Um, I remember back when I was a battle rapper, like it was a very fun time of my life, and I gained a lot of confidence as a battle rapper, spitting on stage and going traveling around and just spitting rhymes. That was a massive green activity for me, like doing a performance like that. And so I'm going to be getting more back into that, writing lyrics, spitting bars, and you might see me on social media doing a little bit of that. And other things I like to do is, I like my animals. I have some animals at home. We have a couple dogs and cats. Spending more time with them. I really love, playing fetch with my dogs, playing with my cat, and another thing is actually like watching movies. I'm a big movie buff. Like I don't really give myself much time to do stuff like that. And I feel like at the end of the night, I could choose a movie. I'm a big cinematographer. Like I'm a huge fan of M. Night Shyamalan and Steven Spielberg. So watching movies, writing lyrics, spitting bars, playing with my animals, those are kind of be like my green activities. So I want you guys to discover your green activities, and I want you to message me, because once you discover your green activities, we are going to be implementing them as daily habits in the program. Okay? Think about activities that generally make you feel good. Spending time with loved ones, creative hobbies, exercising outdoors, or anything that leaves you feeling refreshed. The whole point of doing green activities is to refill our cup, because we're working out, we're meal prepping, we're grind, we're doing blue box, red box, yellow box. We're doing all the shit we need to do, trying to keep up the positive self-talk. When we intentionally do a green activity, it's going to refill our dopamine. It's going to refuel our cup, and it's going to just um, voluntarily just enter in gratitude. It's just going to help us love life more, because we're doing what we deeply, deeply enjoy, and that really helps us feel alive. All right. So dedicate at least 15 to 30 minutes every day to a green activity. Put it on your calendar like it's an important meeting. This is a non-negotiable. This is you time. And honestly, some of you I've already talked to that you say that your workouts are your green activities. If you feel like a workout or a cardio session or mobility, if that what you feel like, I could almost, if I could almost manipulate my brain to think that that is a green activity, but I feel like there's some other things that supersede that. So I really want you to think, like, even though the workouts and mobility and cardio is fun, if that's what you feel like is the number one thing that really helps you feel alive, then we're gonna keep doing that. But I want you to do a little bit of soul searching and understand and try to find out what you really love to do, and we're gonna start doing that, okay? Because if we can start doing what we really love to do more frequently, we're gonna love our life more, and we're gonna love ourselves more, okay? Balance the grid. If you're spending too much time in the red or too much time in the yellow, consciously shift some of that time into the green zone. For example, after completing a challenging task, reward yourself with a short green activity. All right? Step 4 is reflect and adjust. At the end of each week, we will reflect on how much time we spent on each of these boxes, or you can, if you want to dive deep into this training and look at all of the training, the worksheets I'm going to send you, and go over this video a few more times so you just fully understand how this works. I really want you to understand where you're spending your most time at. Of course, we're not going to be spending the majority of our time on green activities, but we should be spending a small percentage. The majority of our time should be spent on yellow and red. I mean, that's just how it is being a human and being adult. But we should be spending some time on blue and green, okay? At the end of each week, you will reflect, and I want you guys to, really try to figure out where you're spending most of your time. The conclusion, guys, implementing more green activities is just about feeling good. It's about creating a sustainable routine that helps us manage our ADHD effectively. By focusing on what energizes us, we can approach life challenges with more resilience, more joy, and more happiness and contentment and inner peace, really. All right? Hope you guys got value from this training. I'm going to be sending everybody this PDF worksheet, and I will also be sending everybody this. If you guys want to look at this, just Google ADHD Solve It Grid. What's this guy's name? Yeah, he is the Tamara Rosier, PhD. Tamara Rosier, PhD. And he has like a whole book on this where he goes in extreme depth. If you guys want to, I think I covered it, the simplicity of it. But if you guys want to go into, hopefully you guys understand what I mean by each one of these boxes. I feel like I explained it pretty well. But if you guys want to go in more depth, he has a full book that I think you could, I don't know if you have to pay for it or what. But if you guys want any extra resources on this, you can also reach out to me. Hope you guys got value from this training, and we're going to be starting to implement some intentional green activities. I'm super excited for us to start. Guys, please reach out to me if you have any questions, and also reach out to me what you think your green activities should be, and we're going to start to schedule them in. All right, guys? Thanks to everyone joining my live. Appreciate all of you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Let's go.